Alright, we are rolling. Or at least we hope we are. I'm filming this myself, so no mates. Anyway, what's up everybody? Max Sullivan here, and today we're going to be looking at my giant bicycle's Trance X. It is a relatively entry-level spec bike, but I have thrown on a couple nice bits and pieces to get it a bit lighter and kit it out and make it a bit of a more enjoyable ride. So let's have a look through and see what we got. Start up at the front end. Got a 2.5 DHF on the rear, nice big and chunky. 203mm rotor. It was quite tricky to get this bike built up given the time, so that is even a borrowed rotor as it stands. And then we've got the Fox 36 150mm of travel up front. Both the front and the rear suspension is custom tuned for giant bicycles. Don't know exactly what that means, but it certainly feels good. I've built them onto some Csixx carbon hoops. Nice 30mm internal, so the rim diameter profile is nice and wide. Tyre sits great on there. Cheeky little Csixx dust / mud guard on there. Makes the bike look pretty cool. And then moving up top, got the Csixx carbon bar on here. 800mm in width. Gonna see how it goes, maybe trim it down a centimeter or two max, but it feels pretty good for my long lanky arms. And then another little cheeky Csixx sender top cap along with the giant bicycle's bell. You know, I gotta get J-Dogg to move out the way on the trails every now and then, so that's quite handy. I am running the Shimano Slx 4-pot brakes, which work pretty well. No complaints so far. Someone just for a little send. I am in Jonkershoek after all. And then when it comes to the setup of my cockpit, I run the brakes relatively down, not too level, and I like to run them quite far in along with the dropper post lever and the shifter. I'm probably still going to move those in a bit more. I got big hands, I want them out of the way, long enough fingers to grab those little Shimano levers. So yeah, all in all, that's how I set it up. Then the frame is Giant's Alu X. First time I've been on an Alu frame for, sheesh, must be 11 years. But I must say I'm mighty impressed. Nice little carbon Maestro suspension rocker. It's only a carbon piece on the frame with some Fox on the rear, 135mm to be exact. I run the suspension quite soft with a fast rebound. I like to blow through all of the travel. Yeah. If I'm not bottoming out in a ride, I feel like my suspension's too hard and I'm wasting that travel. But then again, what do I know? This is probably soon to be the most crashed bike in the Western Cape. We've got a couch of a seat on the back here, super comfortable. Giant's dropper post. I'm running the Shimano XT platform pedals. They have taken a beating already and going strong. Nice little chain stay protector here. Also quietens up the bike. A Csixx 34 tooth, which I'm struggling to push at the moment. And then yeah, let's move to the rear. And the rear tire on the back here is a 2.4 dissector. Up front we've got that DHF 2.5, super grippy, having a jaw. I do run my tires quite hard, about 2.2 2.3 bar depending on where I'm riding. At the moment that's primarily to protect the carbon hoops, so I don't want to smash through and destroy one of those. But I just generally always have ridden harder tire pressures, and it will change depending on the track where I'm riding. I'm running a Slx Derailleur on the rear, which is performance wise it's going well. I've got an XT chain and cassette. Oh, that's my phone, business call sometimes. Then we've got the Slx crank. Neat little protection on the end there. Save your crank with those little bounces on the rocks and whatnot. And then I am running an XTR shifter. Little bit of a fancy piece on the bike. Great shifting. Absolutely love it. That's pretty much my bike. The head angle sits at 65.5 degrees. There is a flip chip, so you can adjust that. It's by 0.7 of a degree on this model. Yeah. Which is pretty cool. The wheelbase is 1000 and plenty. I'm not too sure. It is quite long. I did demo the XL. I'm currently on a large. The XL felt great in the corners, very super steady, but I did opt for the large, even though I should be on an XL, because I would like the bike to be a bit smaller and nippier. It does come in at around 15 kgs, so it's not the lightest bike, but so far so good, and I'm having a great time. And then when it comes to the rotors, we got a 203mm up front. It's weighing in at a solid 1.1 kg for the rotor, thanks to J-Dogg. I couldn't find an alternative, unfortunately. And then in the rear we've got 180mm. Yeah, and I think that's about it for my bike build. I haven't been on it for all that long, so I look forward to ripping up some trails and seeing how many times I can crash this guy before it gets destroyed. But cool, thanks for watching, and see you on the trail.